People across Thailand are still mourning the passing of our king.
Princess Ubolratana Rajakanya made a bold choice 50 years ago. While studying in the United States, she fell in love with an American. Her royal parents were furious because foreigners were seen as commoners. She was eventually stripped of her royal title. However, Ubal craved a normal life and initially embraced her freedom. Did she ever regret leaving her royal status for love? How did her life unfold after that fateful decision? Join us as we delve into the story of Ubolratana Rajakanya, decades after she chose love over royalty. The union with a commoner. Princess Ubolratana Rajakanya decided not to follow the conventional path of a princess. Ubolratana Rajakanya was a royal princess who had royal duties before she relinquished them when she married a foreigner. Was this wise of her? What was the outcome? While at university, Ubolratana dated an American, Peter Ladd Jensen, a fellow MIT graduate, with whom she fell in love during her stay in the United States. The palace discovered this, and her parents strongly opposed their relationship because her beloved man was a commoner and a foreigner. As a result, the King and Queen of Thailand gave their daughter a challenging option. They said she would lose her royal title if she married an American. This was a difficult decision for the princess to make. Many in her shoes would have chosen to retain their royal title, but she didn't. The princess refused to conform to her parents' wishes and chose to love without hesitation. That was a bold step. On the 25th of July, 1972, she married Jensen at All Souls Episcopal Church in San Diego, California. Both of them were 21 years old at the time, and she changed her name to Mrs. Julie Jensen, having adopted the nickname Julie during her youth, reportedly in tribute to American singer Julie London. In an announcement of their wedding, she told the New York Times back then, "I just couldn't be a person. But now, I am no longer royalty. I am free." According to Paul M. Handley's biography of Bhumibol, the king became furious at Ubolratana and stripped her of her royal title, causing her to lose all her privileges. As required of her when she married a commoner, the princess left everything behind. The Thai princess became a commoner's wife and began living like an ordinary woman. The princess lived in the United States with her husband for over 26 years. What has the princess's life as a commoner been like? Was she able to cope? How long did her union with the American commoner last? And how many children do they have now? Before we answer these questions, let's have a glimpse at the princess's life and background. Background. Thailand has had a monarchy for over 800 years. The king is the head of state and has a huge influence on the lives of the citizens. According to Thai law, people who criticize or insult the king and his family could be jailed for 3 to 15 years. Vajiralongkorn has been the king of Thailand since 2016, and before that, his father, Bhumibol Adulyadej, was on the throne for 70 years. He was perhaps the most beloved ruler in the history of Thailand. His oldest daughter was Princess Ubolratana. Princess Ubolratana Rajakanya's story differs from the typical monarchs because she was seen as a rebel who broke all the rules. Her parents gave her a lot of freedom. Her Royal Highness Princess Ubolratana Rajakanya was born on the 5th of April 1951 in Clinique de Montchoisy, Lausanne, Switzerland, to Bhumibol Adulyadej and Sirikit. She is the eldest child of the monarch King Bhumibol Adulyadej and Queen Sirikit and the elder sister of the current king Vajiralongkorn. Her father, King Bhumibol, was the 9th monarch of Thailand, belonging to the Chakri dynasty, and was conferred the title of Rama IX. She was born while her father was studying at the University of Lausanne, making her the only royal child born outside of Thailand of the 4 children of former King Bhumibol and Queen Sirikit. Ubolratana Rajakanya was partly named in honor of her maternal grandmother, and her name means glass lotus. Her parents nicknamed her Pei, short for poupée, French for doll. To her family, she is known as Phai Ying. The people of Thailand and the media refer to her as Thun Kramom, which implies she is the daughter of the current queen. The family returned to Thailand after Rajakanya's birth, and she spent her early days at Amphorn Sathan Residential Hall, Dusit Palace. She was styled Her Royal Highness by her father at the royal celebration of her first birthday ceremony. King Bhumibol Adulyadej gave her full name and title, Her Royal Highness Princess Ubolratana Rajakanya Sirivadhana Barnavati. She was raised in a nurturing environment that emphasized education and athleticism. According to Forbes magazine, her father's net worth in 2010 was $30 billion. Just imagine the luxury she grew up with. Ubolratana was Bhumibol's favorite child because she was attractive and excelled at academics and sports during her teenage years, whereas her brother, Vajiralongkorn, did not. Athletically, Ubolratana enjoyed sailing and raced with her father on many occasions while at Klaikangwan Palace. The king greatly enjoyed playing tennis and badminton with her. This was partly due to his suspicion that others were not trying their hardest when playing sports with him, and he admired Ubolratana for always trying her best. In the 1967 Southeast Asian Peninsular Games, today called the Southeast Asian Games, held in Bangkok, Rajakanya and her father, King Bhumibol Adulyadej, participated in the OK Dinghy sailing class and won gold medals for their country, Thailand. The princess was just 16 then. She inherited her love for sports and competitions from her father. Their participation was conceived by Air Chief Marshal Dawi Chulasapya, who wanted Bhumibol to be seen excelling in sports, much like a Norwegian king who won a gold Olympic medal. Ubolratana was ahead during the race, and the king trailed behind. Davy feared this would tarnish the king's prestige, but ultimately, the king won the race, and the father and daughter shared the medal. Queen Sirikit awarded them the gold medal on the 16th of December, 1967. Since then, December 16 has been Thailand's National Sports Day. Ubolratana Rajakanya has one brother, Vajiralongkorn, and the current king of Thailand, Rama X. He has been ruling since 2016. While he was made crown prince when he turned 20, he ascended the throne only after his father's demise. Since this was a patrilineal reign, Rajakanya was not granted any political power. Ubolratana Rajakanya divided her school years between Thailand and the United States of America. She attended primary to secondary levels at Chitralada School, a prestigious institution for royal children. Her upbringing was filled with royal duties and cultural traditions, which instilled a sense of responsibility and public service in her. She went to the United States of America, the same city where her father, King Bhumibol, was born in 1927, for her tertiary education, where she studied at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics in 1973. She continued studying further and earned her master's in public health from the University of California, Los Angeles in 1975. Now, back to her marriage to the American commoner. How did things unfold? And how are they now? The broken marriage. The Thai princess and her husband had 3 children, 2 daughters and a son, all born in the United States. Their first child and eldest daughter, Tan Phu Ying Ploipailan Mahidol Jensen, was born on the 12th of February 1981. Their second child and only son, Kun Pumi Jensen, affectionately known as Kun Pum, was born on the 16th of August 1983. And their third child, Than Phu Ying Sirikitia Mai Jensen, was born on the 18th of March 1985. Their oldest daughter, Ploi Palin, followed Rajakanya's footsteps into entertainment and appeared in a television drama. As a pianist and soprano singer, she married David Wheeler on the 25th of August, 2009, and they live in Thailand. They have 3 children, Maximus Wheeler, Leonardo Wheeler, and Ari Wheeler. Sirikitia, the Thai princess's second daughter, holds a degree in history and occasionally attends functions with her mother or aunt, Princess Sirindorn. Unlike what many people thought, living as a commoner was quite simple for the Thai princess. Probably, the people who saw her at that moment could not imagine that this woman was once called Her Royal Highness, and servants bowed to her. This was because of her warm and down-to-earth nature. Ubolratana calmly reacted to the loss of royal privileges. But at the same time, she continued to feel responsible to ordinary people by creating her foundation in 1992, which supports children orphaned by HIV-related diseases. However, as time passed, living as a commoner became more difficult for her. She had to endure hardship. In addition to this, her middle son was autistic and required special attention. How was the Thai princess able to handle her son's condition? Stay tuned and we'll find out soon. While Ubolratana remained in the United States, her mother, Queen Sirikit, and other members of the royal family often flew there for visits. Ubolratana likewise flew to Thailand with her husband to visit her parents and the other members of the royal family while joining them in royal ceremonies when she visited Thailand. She visited for several years, participating in several family events before her permanent return in 2001. Ubolratana tried to ask her father to reinstate her royal title before and after her permanent return to Thailand, but the king never relented. However, even during her marriage to Jensen, she regularly visited Thailand and participated in many activities. She also graced many magazine covers. Unfortunately, her relationship with her husband became more tense year in and year out. After years of rumored marital problems, they decided to divorce, going their separate ways after various problems cropped up in 1998. At a 1999 news conference in Bangkok, the princess accused her ex-husband of adultery and of using the children as a bargaining chip in their divorce. Mr. Jensen ended up losing a court battle to keep custody of his autistic son, Pumi. Following her divorce, she moved to San Diego with her children. She stayed there before she eventually returned to Thailand and enthusiastically re-engaged with her royal life and heritage while pursuing various philanthropic endeavors and an entertainment career. Her children were granted citizenship, and she was welcomed back to the royalty. She soon became a household name for her colorful fashion sense and the launch of an anti-drug foundation she maintains today. She also acted in various soap operas and films, hosted television shows, and kept everyone up to date with her life on Instagram. 3 years after she moved to Thailand, a real tragedy happened in her life. What tragedy left her devastated for many years? And how was she able to handle the after effects? Keep watching as we delve into the story. On the 24th of December, 2004, while on a family vacation in Phang Nga province, a massive tsunami struck. Unfortunately, her autistic 21-year-old son, Pumi, was among the thousands who lost their lives in the Indian Ocean tsunami. Her social life slowed down after that, and she doted on her daughter, Ploypalin, a musician who is married with children of her own. Her other daughter, Sirakidia, has kept a low profile and appears to have returned to live in Thailand after an extended period in the United States. Ubolratana found it difficult to accept the loss of her son. It was the most heartbreaking incident, but I had to move on. And if I had to live, I had to live a good life. I had to succeed and live a prosperous life, she said in an interview. Despite her failed marriage with the American commoner, the Thai princess remained elegant and resourceful. During the 1990s, when her marriage was on the rocks, her visits to Thailand increased, and she became an increasingly visible figure in social circles. She was seen alongside her mother, the Queen, at charity events and balls. In 1992, she started the Ubolratana Foundation under the patronage of her mother. This move instilled in Rajakanya a lifelong dedication to charity. The foundation aimed at helping and supporting children who were either abandoned or orphaned owing to HIV-related illnesses, thereby improving their quality of life. Ubolratana launched the To Be Number One Foundation in 2002 to combat substance use by young people. The foundation aims to prevent substance usage among youth, and as of 2019, the foundation has more than 31 million members throughout Thailand. It remains among the most active causes in the country today. Her work often takes her on tours around the country, during which she encourages children to stay away from substance use. It's also common to see her singing and dancing alongside the youngsters at their gatherings. Her fight against substance use is not just limited to the foundation. In everything we do, we must devote our heart, knowledge, and every part of ourselves to working with youth and substance use. There are so many complexities behind it, but we have to work hard to help, she said in a 2017 speech to mark her father's birthday. She hosts the television show Talk to the Princess on TVT 11 NBT, a local channel where she promotes the aims of her anti-drug work. The show aims to promote her grassroots work into a wider, more popular sphere. In her show, she advises the youth about abstaining from substance use. Her son Kun Pumi Jensen's demise in the 2004 tsunami tragedy inspired the princess to establish the Kun Pum Foundation. The foundation aims to assist children with autism and learning disabilities to overcome their struggles and lead a better quality of life. Besides her well-known To Be Number One Foundation, she has also launched the Chiwit Sodsai Foundation, a community center foundation in the Deep South. and the Miracle of Life Foundation, which promotes welfare and education through youth development programs. Ubolratana is also tech-savvy and maintains an Instagram account with some 100,000 followers. She is admired for the videos of herself that she posts and the warm messages of condolence she sends during natural disasters and other difficult moments. As a culture ambassador for Thailand, she has been promoting the Thai film and tourism industries overseas for more than a decade. The Tourism and Sport Ministry has repeatedly tapped her charisma and fluency in English to promote the kingdom at the Cannes Film Festival and other overseas events. Her favorite place to visit in Bangkok is the Vimanmek Palace, which King Chulalongkorn built in 1897. She considers this an architectural wonder, as it is among the largest teak structures in the world. She is also a singer and sang the theme song for her show, To Be Number One. Ubolratana eventually took a bold step to try politics. She entered politics and became a candidate for the Prime Minister of Thailand. Do you think the people accepted her as their incoming Prime Minister, despite her being stripped of her royal title at some point by her father? Was the royal family pleased with this decision? Keep watching for answers to your questions. In February 2019, in an unprecedented move, Ubolratana announced her candidacy for Prime Minister of Thailand in the 2019 general elections, running as a candidate of the Thai Raksa Chart Party. This move was regarded as astonishing and unusual because members of the royal family had never been directly involved in electoral politics and the country's political life. Ubolratana said she no longer has a royal title, so as a commoner, she wanted to do her best to improve life in Thailand. However, her plans were not realized. How did this happen? Her younger brother, the current king of Thailand, King Maha Vajiralongkorn, also known as Rama X, commanded her to halt her bid to become prime minister, quashing her candidacy, saying in an order read on television that no member of the royal family should be involved in politics. In his statement, he said that her candidacy was inappropriate and unconstitutional. Ubolratana said in response to the royal family's decision, "I am sad that my honest intentions to work for the country and all Thai have resulted in a problem that should not arise in this day and age." After the royal family's statement, the Thai Raksa Chart Party withdrew their support for her run. The Election Commission, citing the king's statement, disqualified her from running for prime minister, formally putting an end to her candidacy, while the Constitutional Court dissolved the Thai Raksa Chart Party on the request of the Electoral Commission for attempting to bring a member of the royal family into politics. Its leaders were banned from active politics for a decade. Since permanently returning to Thailand in 2001, the princess has performed royal duties but never regained her full royal titles. She is referred to as Tongkramom Ying, which means daughter to the Queen Regent, and is treated by officials as a royal family member. She would not be covered by Thailand's strict lèse-majesté law, which was against insulting the monarchy. Nevertheless, her status is expected to have implications for the campaign. Thai culture puts the royals at the top, so it will be difficult for politicians to openly campaign against the princess, and even for voters to support rival parties, Mr. Lamahue told The Telegraph. Many Thais will assume that she has the backing of her brother, the king, who has been affiliated with Thaksin Shinawatra in the past. It wasn't the first unexpected turn in a somewhat turbulent life. Ubolratana was born into royalty, but is not a royal princess, which distinguishes her from her three siblings, King Vajiralongkorn, Princess Sirantorn, and Princess Chulabhorn. She lost her special royal titles more than 4 decades ago when she married a commoner, an American, but is still called and widely regarded as a princess. However, in practical terms, she today enjoys all or most of the same privileges as her siblings, except she is expected to be subservient to her younger brother, the king. Energetic and ebullient, her main public activities involve a youth anti-drug campaign she founded, promoting Thai tourism and movies at international forums through her To Be Number One. She dresses down when she's with the children. However, she seeks to help and turns up the glamour at official events. On the side, she does some acting in movies and television dramas, sings and writes occasionally. She's on Instagram, often posting photos of her lifestyle and non-royal casual comments for almost 100,000 followers. More than 1,000 comments were posted, mostly congratulating her bid to become prime minister. Her registration as a prime ministerial candidate for the Thai Raksa Chart Party was associated with the political machine of former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra, abhorred by conservative royalists as a corrupt rival for power. The army staged coups against Thaksin in 2006 and against a government that his sister had led in 2014. Her nomination was made under the name Ubolratana Mahidol, after her paternal grandfather's surname, but her formal name is Ubolratana Rajakanya Siravadhana Barnavadi. Her legal residence was listed as Borompiman Throne Hall and inside the Grand Palace. Many Thais had assumed she would not seek the nomination without her brother's blessing. They were surprised he would have supported her association with a party unsympathetic to the monarchy. However, the king's surprise late-night order strongly suggested otherwise. Because Thailand is a constitutional monarchy, the king and his immediate circle should not involve themselves directly in politics. Ubolratana falls into a gray area since she no longer has her highest titles but is still regarded as a princess. In an Instagram post, Princess Ubolratana said she wanted to exercise her rights as an ordinary citizen by offering her candidacy for prime minister. She said she would work with all sincerity and determination for the prosperity of all Thais. This act of mine, I have done out of sincerity and to sacrifice in this request to lead the country to prosperity. She was not previously known for taking an interest in Thailand's partisan politics. This was why many Thais were shocked. Her path to the stunning development diverged considerably from that taken by her brother and sisters, whose lives were mostly dictated by the demands of palace protocol, even though her brother, in his younger days as heir apparent, led the kind of lifestyle that caused his mother, Queen Sirikit, to describe him as a Don Juan. Her more dutiful sisters were often tied down with confining ceremonial obligations. Thai politics has taken many bizarre turns in recent years. Princess Ubolratana's submission as a prime ministerial candidate is very strange and turns politics on its head. If she is confirmed, it is clear that the strategy of the military faction that led to the 2014 coup, in the name of defending the monarchy and keeping pro-Thaksin forces out of government, will be in pieces. The constitution it drafted still has a lasting influence over future governments. However, a royal prime minister could help end the protracted political conflict that has troubled Thailand for the past 13 years, forcing a reconciliation between the competing factions that the military government failed to bring about. It would also bring the royal family into the heart of government, undermining the official position that the monarchy stays above politics. How do you think Thai people reacted? Supporters of the princess flooded Thai social media with the hashtag #LongLiveSlender. According to local media outlet Keosod, the hashtag is a reference to a television show the princess appeared in which she jokingly said she would rather hear the phrase "Long live Slender," a reference to her appearance, rather than "Long live your highness." Others compared her to other powerful historical and fictional female leaders. The princess continued to do charity work and take part in royal ceremonies. Her anti-drug foundation has millions of members whom she has helped in one way or the other. She didn't become prime minister, but she continued to help people in any way she could. Princess Ubolratana is now 73 years old. However, it is hard to believe because she looks younger than her age. Perhaps her secret of youth is that she listened to her heart and did what she wanted. In her student years, she chose love and lived like an ordinary mother of 3 children. But then she realized that her place was in the royal family and that her vocation was to help people. She felt free and did what she wanted. Many people admire her courage. What are your thoughts about the Thai princess story? Can you say she has lived a fulfilled life? How would her life have turned out without being stripped of her royal titles? Do you think she could have been a good prime minister? Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. You can also click the links on your screen for more videos.